The Little Princess's Forest Dinner. Chapter 1. The Invitation. Once upon a time, in a castle with rose-pink towers and windows shaped like hearts, there lived a little princess named Lila. She had golden brown hair that curled like the edges of autumn leaves and eyes, the color of the summer sky after the rain. Lila loved three things more than anything else in the world. 1. Wearing her snow-white dress. 2. Making new friends. 3. Eating dinner outside, where the wind could tickle her cheeks. One sunny afternoon, Lila was reading in the castle library when she heard a gentle tapping on the window. Tap, tap, tap. She looked up. Perched on the windowsill was a small brown bird with a red feather on its head. In its beak, it carried a little rolled-up paper tied with a piece of grass.
"Oh, you have mail for me?"
Lila whispered, carefully taking the paper. The bird chirped happily and flew away. The message read, "Dear Princess Lila, you are warmly invited to the great forest dinner this evening at sundown. Please come hungry and bring your best smile. Signed, The Woodland Friends." Lila gasped in delight. She had never been to a forest dinner before.
Cook will be surprised because tonight I won't be eating in the castle.
She giggled. Chapter 2. Getting Ready. Princess Lila ran to her wardrobe. She wanted to wear something special, something the forest would like. She chose her snow-white dress, the one that always made animals stop and admire her. She added a crown of daisies she had made last week, and a small basket to carry gifts.
What gift should I bring?
She wondered aloud. She decided on a jar of the castle's sweetest strawberry jam, a loaf of soft bread baked that morning, a little jar of honey from the royal beehives. These weren't just delicious, they were things she could share. Cook peeked in and asked,
"Going somewhere, Princess?"
To a dinner in the forest. But don't worry, Cook. I'll be back before bedtime.
Lila said with excitement. Cook smiled.
"Remember your manners, and remember to listen more than you speak. It helps you learn new things."
Lila nodded. She already knew that in the forest, every sound told a story. Chapter 3. The Forest Path. The sun was lowering, painting the sky in swirls of orange and pink. Lila followed the winding path through the meadow until the grass grew taller and the shadows cooler. At first, she heard only the crunch of leaves beneath her shoes. Then came other sounds. The distant babble of a stream, the soft rustle of a squirrel jumping from branch to branch, the evening call of a dove. Lila felt as if the whole forest was saying, "Welcome, little princess." Along the way, she met a hedgehog pushing a tiny cart of mushrooms.
Good evening, Miss Hedgehog.
Lila said politely. "Good evening, princess. Headed to the great forest dinner?"
Yes.
"Then follow the glow when you see it," Miss Hedgehog said with a wink. Lila was curious, but she didn't ask more questions. She wanted to see the glow for herself. Chapter 4. The Glow. Soon, Lila noticed a golden light shimmering ahead, as if the stars had come down to rest on the forest floor. She followed it until she reached a clearing. What a sight! A long table made of polished wood stood in the middle, decorated with garlands of ivy and tiny lanterns made from hollowed-out acorns. Plates made of smooth bark and cups carved from coconut shells were neatly set in rows. And the guests! Oh, the guests! a family of rabbits wearing matching bow ties, a tall deer with a crown of twigs, a fox in a waistcoat, birds, hedgehogs, squirrels, raccoons, and even a shy little badger. Everyone smiled at her, and Lila remembered to smile back. Chapter 5. Dinner begins. The raccoon host clapped his paws. Welcome to the Great Forest Dinner. Tonight we celebrate friendship, sharing, and the joy of good food. Lila placed her basket on the table.
I brought strawberry jam, bread, and honey,
She said. The animals cheered. The rabbits hopped with joy. We love strawberry jam. Soon, the table was filled with all sorts of dishes. Acorn bread, wild berry tarts, mushroom stew, roasted chestnuts, leaf-wrapped rice cakes. The rule was simple. Everyone shared what they brought. Lila noticed that no one started eating right away. Instead, they all looked at one another waiting. The deer explained, "We always let the smallest ones take their food first. That way, no one goes hungry." Lila thought this was a wonderful rule. She made sure a tiny squirrel got the first slice of bread from her basket. Chapter 6. A Small Problem. Halfway through the meal, Lila noticed that the shy little badger was sitting quietly, not eating much.
Is the food not to your liking?
Lila asked gently. The badger blushed. I can't eat berries. They make me sneeze." Lila thought for a moment. She remembered the loaf of bread and the jar of honey.
What if we make you a honey sandwich instead?
The badger's eyes lit up. "Really?"
Of course.
Lila said, spreading the honey on a slice of bread. The badger took a bite and grinned. "That's the best dinner I've had all week," he said happily. Chapter 7. The Story Circle. When everyone was full, the raccoon host announced, "It's time for stories." One by one, the animals told tales. The fox told a funny story about chasing his own tail. The deer spoke about the time he got antlers tangled in a vine. The squirrel told of finding the biggest acorn in history. When it was Lila's turn, she told them about the day a butterfly landed on her nose and refused to leave until she promised to plant more flowers in the castle garden. Everyone laughed, and the birds sang a little tune. Chapter 8. A Gift from the Forest. As the evening grew darker, the animals presented Lila with a gift, a small wooden locket shaped like a leaf. Inside was a pressed violet. "This is to remind you that you will always have friends in the forest," said the deer. Lila thanked them, feeling her heart as warm as the lantern light. Chapter 9. Home Again. The moon rose high, silvering the path home. Lila walked back through the quiet forest, carrying the empty basket and the leaf-shaped locket. When she reached the castle, Cook was waiting.
Well, Princess, did you enjoy your dinner?
It was the best dinner I'd ever had. Not because of the food, though it was delicious, but because of the friends I shared it with.
Cook smiled knowingly.
That's the secret of any good meal.
Epilogue. A promiskept. From that night on, Lila visited the forest often, bringing bread, jam, and honey. She planted flowers near the castle for the butterflies and always remembered to let the smallest ones eat first. And every time she wore the leaf locket, she felt the glow of lantern light and heard the happy chatter of her woodland friends. Because some dinners are more than just meals. They are memories that live forever in your heart.